Reaction video time. This one I highly requested. How not to hold a rattlesnake. Now the original will be linked in the description. Go check him out. Still puts out great stuff. But yeah, let's get to this. Subscribe if you're new. How not to hold a rattlesnake. Now this video is 3 years old and I haven't seen it since then. So I don't remember everything that happens, but let's check it out.
Have you ever heard someone say, don't try this at home? This is the time to really pay attention and listen to that. Whatever you do, what you're about to see, don't try this at home or anywhere, even in the Lowe's parking lot. What in the world?
All right, don't try it at home. I guess they're meeting at a Lowe's parking lot. This person's surrendering the snakes.
What am I looking at right here?
You start rattling until you pulled up.
Would you like me to identify these for you? These are rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
How long have you had these?
15 years.
15 years. And you just hold them and just...
Do you see how beautiful they are? These are canebrake rattlesnakes. Timber rattlesnake, whatever common name you want to use. They both refer to the same thing. Canebrake used to be a subspecies, but this is by far probably my favorite North American venomous snake.
Yeah, they're my snakes. This is killing me really to get rid of them. I don't.
This is killing you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I get a call from this gentleman, and he asked if we can take in some rattlesnakes. And of course, I told him we could. And he wanted to know what we did with them. I told him we eat them. Of course, I'm kidding, joking with him. We don't eat them, and we use them for education. And so he wanted to know if he can meet me today. Sorry, rattlesnake. He wanted to know if he could meet me today, so I decided to meet him in the Lowe's parking lot. And I pull up at Lowe's. I don't know what to think. This is what I saw. Yes, these are timber rattlesnakes. These are timber rattlesnakes. And so how long have you had these? You didn't just catch these snakes today. You've had these snakes for how long?
So no matter what you think, look at how laid back these are. Now, I've seen many timber rattlesnakes that are this calm that you could technically do anything like this. But yeah, we'll just keep watching. I won't say too much. The only thing I will say, I don't care how other people handle their snakes, but look at how laid back they are. He's opening his mouth with his finger.
About 15 years.
About 15 years.
It was an accident. I found him, took him home to show a friend. 15 years later, here we are. Just happened to, just couldn't get rid of it.
Okay, now here's the question I have to ask. Have you ever been bit?
I let this one bite me one time right there.
How bad was it?
Well, I was drunk, and it's only right after you feed them, they get feisty.
Yeah.
And I
So hang on, you were drunk. Okay, so he was drunk, okay?
So he found them 15 years ago. So right out of the wild, very laid back. I think he said he's been bit once. I probably need to turn the volume up because I can barely hear it for some reason. Every time I do the recordings, the volume's like super quiet. But drunk, it's one of the biggest ways people get bit. Drinking, messing around with the snakes.
Don't be drinking and handling venomous snakes.
So anyways, I stuck my hand in there, and he bit me right there. Woke up the next morning, my hand was swollen up, and there was two drops, lines of blood. And I was like, uh-oh, and I was going to do the X, cut it with the knife. That hurt too bad.
Yeah, we don't do that, yeah.
So by the end of the day, it hadn't gotten any worse, and then by the next day, it had gone down.
Yeah.
And then...
So it was during feeding, he just reached in. Feeding response bite's the worst type of bite. The thing he's mentioning about an X, cutting an X, that's just a wives' tale. Doesn't actually help. But it doesn't sound like it was a bad envenomation if by the next day it wasn't bad.
I've been nicked once or twice.
Wow, yeah.
Barely. They don't.
Did you have much of a reaction to it when they nicked you? Not really?
None.
Okay.
They don't always.
Yeah, they don't always inject venom, yeah. A snake has to...
I'm going to pause it real quick and try to figure out this volume thing. Sorry, 1 second. All right, hopefully it's all better. Still learning this stuff, so I'm sorry that there's always issues that pop up.
To inject venom. And when a snake bites, venom doesn't just come out of their fangs. They have to decide to inject venom. So now these are timber rattlesnake. These snakes have some very, very potent venom. You will never see me holding a snake like this. Wow.
So a lot of things. We talk about behaviors on this page. Certain things that can cause a defensive reaction. Petting, rubbing, that type of stuff is a good way to cause a defensive behavior. But like I said, some snakes are bomb-proof, meaning you can do whatever. And snakes will let you get away with a lot. He's also touching the face earlier. That's a good way, very sensitive area, to cause the snake to get defensive. So, I mean, these are great laid-back snakes. But yeah, the bite from one of these wouldn't be good. But
well, I pulled up in the parking lot here. I pulled up in the parking lot, and he said, I'm in a white truck. So I'm looking for a white truck, and I see a guy holding a snake. I'm like, he thinks these are rattlesnakes. This is a boa constrictor, right? That's what I'm thinking. So, like I said, I don't recommend people holding snakes like this. This gentleman knows the cost. He's been bit before. Wow. I mean, these snakes are just gorgeous snakes. And anybody who has an affinity for venomous snakes, most people would think you're crazy wanting to hold this, but I understand wanting to hold a snake. I really do. It makes sense to me. Now, does that mean that I'm going to do it? No, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to hold a snake. But I understand the want to do this. This is a beautiful, beautiful snake. And so this man, he's going to turn these over to us, and we're going to try to care for them as well as he has. And he has cared for these snakes very, very well. These timber rattlesnakes. So hopefully we'll do as good a job as he has. Yeah, that iridescent color. Wow, that thing is just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous rattlesnakes.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. The cane break, timber. You see the brown on the back. Beautiful. Yeah, that's all I can say. Very beautiful.
And you can get them to rattle.
Yeah. You have to get them to rattle.
Yeah. It don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
It don't mean nothing. And this one's the same way. You can open up his mouth. They like to be scratched behind the ears. Well,
Yeah, so that's one thing I don't like, the smacking it. Don't care for that. I always say just let your snake be. If it doesn't rattle, doesn't hood up, the cobras, just let it be. Just enjoy the snake for what it is. That type of stuff, yeah. Don't like that.
They don't have
Yeah.
ears, but they like that.
Where their ears would be.
Yeah, they love that. You just sit there and do that all day.
I'm assuming you hear all the time people tell you you're crazy. People say that all the time. Yeah. They tell me that all the time, and I don't even do what you're doing.
I wouldn't do that. You can open up his thing and you see
Oh my gosh.
You see his fangs.
Yeah. He's got his fangs in there. And one more thing. I don't want this to be a video where we bash an individual just because we may disagree with him. Or maybe some people may think he's crazy. People think I'm crazy sometimes, okay? So I think it's very important that I showed respect to him and I was nice to him, even though I kind of disagree with his handling techniques. And I wasn't about to be mean to him. He could have thrown a rattlesnake on me. I've never...
He's doing all types of stuff. But yeah, I agree with that 100%. I forgot about that, but that's very respectable. That's the type of stuff I always preach. Even if you disagree and stuff, we can come together and be kind.
I've seen anyone French kiss a rattlesnake until now. That is crazy. Now that we've got the snake, he's going to have to get used to being handled with a hook. We're going to keep the snake in captivity. We're going to add it to the collection of other rattlesnakes that we already have, and we'll use it as an ambassador to teach people how awesome even venomous snakes are.
Definitely go check them out. Great people. And yeah, ambassadors. These are great ones to be ambassadors. You see how calm they are. right out of the wild. Just beautiful, beautiful species. Alright, so I started putting the video together. I noticed it's laggy at some parts. First time it's been like that, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, great ambassadors. Beautiful species. Look how big it is. But it could be because he's holding it out, forced perspective. Beautiful though. And like he's saying, great for education. Rattlesnakes in general get a bad reputation, but there are American icons. Venom's for prey. They're not out biting people just because. A lot of bites occur on drunk males. Males, drunk, drinking. He got bit while drunk. But in the wild, majority of bites, males that are drunk, messing with the snake, trying to kill it, trying to pick it up, trying to do things. They're not just out biting people. Get a bad reputation. But yeah, wonderful. We need to respect these animals. And yeah, American icons. Doesn't get better than the canebrake timber rattlesnake. Keep saying canebrake because that's what I see. But both are the same thing. So common name doesn't really matter. Crotalus horridus. Beautiful. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you're new. Leave some other suggestions. And big shout out to my channel members.